ever struggled with a stutter, and if so, did it improve? Ramasiva from Stevenage stuttered for 30 years, and over the last few years, he's been holding stuttering workshops in Hertfordshire to help others. Now, during the pandemic, these workshops moved onto Zoom, and he's now attracting clients from all over the world. And I'm really pleased that Rama joins me live on the line now. Good evening, Rama. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Susanna, for having me on the show.
Oh, you're very welcome. Now, how old were you when you first became aware of your stutter?
Well, at the age of 8, that was the first time that I was made aware of my stutter, because when I was reading out aloud in class, I stumbled over my words, or perhaps I didn't know how to read.
Yeah.
But that was the time that I clearly remember. I was sent back to the speech therapy jail, where I would be stuck for the next 30 years trying my best not to stutter.
Yeah. And Rama, what was the reaction of the teachers then? This was quite a while back. There probably really wasn't much awareness, was there, about stuttering or what can be done to help someone who stutters?
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, my speech therapist that came into my school when I was 8, I had the same speech therapist till I was maybe 20.
Mm-hmm.
So, to be honest, they did the best that they could, given the knowledge about stuttering and speech therapy at that time.
Yeah.
And basically, I was trying my best not to stutter. And you may notice that I'm using techniques with you live on the radio.
Yeah.
But I wasn't comfortable using any speech technique that they had taught me from the age of 8 till the age of maybe 35 in fact, because after I'd been in speech therapy at school, I went to a hospital with the same speech therapist, and she gave me a slow speech technique where I was taught to speak like this.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about you, Fazana, but speaking like this in front of an attractive lady or a boss would have filled anyone with horror. And to be honest, I did not use the technique.
Yeah.
However, looking back at my life, if I was courageous enough to speak to a lady such as Emily Blunt, like this, using the technique of slow speech, and then seeing Emily Blunt looking at me, smiling at me, not laughing at me, then my confidence within myself would have grown to such a level that I wouldn't need to use techniques, because I'm speaking to you right now using techniques and not using techniques.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a master of my breath and my speech.
Yeah,
and you can see how I've been able to transform myself and help others across the world, because like you said, with this pandemic, everything's been locked down for the last 18 months. Now we are having vaccines, and you need vaccine passports to travel, and to even access restaurants in France and all those places. So we're having all these restrictions.
Yeah.
So a lot of people who stutter, we don't want to socialize. We are very self-conscious about stuttering.
Rama, how did your stutter impact work?
Oh, well, fortunately, I don't know, either through God's grace or luck, I got a job at number 10 Downing Street. Can you believe that?
That's amazing.
It is amazing, isn't it? And I'm proud of myself that I got the job there, even though I had a stutter. I mean, the way I speak now is completely different to how I spoke 20 years ago. And that was when I had my first job interview there at number 10. I actually knocked on the door, and I went in. I looked around, soaking in the environment, because I didn't think I would get the job. Because to be honest, I was a stutterer, and it is quite a challenge to speak, because my job was in IT support.
Yeah.
So I had to speak to customers, people working there on the phone, face-to-face, even the Prime Minister, Tony Blair, and Gordon Brown later on, face-to-face. And I would be so uncomfortable and try my best no, not to stutter.
Yeah.
Because for some reason I got it into my mind that I couldn't stutter. That was a message I received in speech therapy unconsciously. I'm sure
Yeah.
they didn't tell me, Rama, you mustn't stutter.
Yeah.
You will not get any brownie points. But that was the message that I got from speech therapy and everything I was trying to do.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, trying not to stutter is like telling you, Fazana, not to think of a pink elephant.
Yeah.
Don't think of a pink elephant.
I'm
And
thinking
your
of a
mind
pink
will-
elephant right now.
Exactly.
Bright pink elephant. Yeah.
Exactly. So they're teaching you, or they're telling you, or society, because in society, everyone laughs with someone who has got a stutter. Everyone laughs. They don't make great movies with Emily Blunt or Ed Sheeran or Tiger Woods with some fantastic jokes. They make the stutterer the laughing character.
Yeah,
Even now.
and I think there was a lot of awareness from the King's Speech, the film that came out. So I think that really did help people maybe understand a little bit better about stuttering. I wanted to ask you, Rama, about from your experience, in terms of stutterers from kind of minority ethnic backgrounds, how easy is it for them to get help as well, and also just in terms of acceptance from their family, for them to get help, etc.
Yes, unfortunately, stuttering is seen as a taboo subject in ethnic minority communities. And fortunately now I've got a YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/stutteringmind, and I provide all my techniques completely for free. So the techniques which I'm using right now with you are the same techniques that I teach on my course and which are available on YouTube for free. Just go to youtube.com/stutteringmind. And it's just a matter of being more and more conscious about your breath and then your speech.
Yeah.
And you're quite right saying that in ethnic minority communities, it's seen as a taboo. And the day that I became free was the day that I came into BBC Three Counties, about 4 years ago, when I did my first radio interview. That was the day that I realized that I'm no longer